everybody. Welcome to the Week 11 overview. This week we are focusing on peer review. Remember that peer review is an important aspect of the writing process and is something that we should not overlook. By receiving feedback from and providing it to others, it'll help you to approach revision and editing more mindfully. Peer review is a collaborative process that carries over into real-world applications to be used at work and in your dealings with others in the world. So let's take a look at this week's objectives. Again, one of the objectives is to assess peer writing and recommend revisions. Also, to implement revision suggestions and feedback, since after you get your feedback from your peer, and from me, you will start revising your research argument essay. You will also develop strategies for reviewing, collaborating, revising, and editing, and lastly, experience the social aspects of the writing process. For reading this week, there are two articles from Grammarly that I would like you to read to prepare you for the grammar quiz that's at the end of this week. This is primarily dealing with what we call active and passive voice. There are two of them dealing with passive voice. I'm not going to open these because I don't want to take too much time talking about it, but I think Grammarly does a great job of talking about the differences between active and passive voice and why you normally want to avoid passive voice. There are some times that you need to use passive voice, but you read the websites there, read the web pages, and it will explain in greater detail why this is important as you begin to improve your writing skills. The other reading, of course, is to read your assigned peer review rough draft for Essay 3 so you can provide feedback. So not overwhelming with reading this week. Thank goodness. I can hear you cheering from the rafters. As far as videos to watch, you don't have to watch. I'm going to actually remove this because we are doing peer review a little bit differently. There is a video that I want you to watch on peer review, but that is embedded in the peer review assignment. So let's skip over to the assignments page. We have the grammar quiz number 11, which is dealing with active and passive voice. We have a very informal discussion board. Discussion board number 9 is asking you, is peer review necessary? So I know that I asked in, I think, a journal prompt several weeks ago when we were getting close to peer review for the first time, what you expected from peer review and that kind of thing. This one is a little bit more public. I want you to discuss amongst yourselves. This is light discussion, but I want you to think about the question, is peer review necessary? And I want you to provide some reasons why you think it is necessary or not necessary, if it has any value to you as a writer, and if there are any other related concerns or issues surrounding peer review. You are free to respond to as many peers as you wish. I know I usually have a limit of 1 or 2, but if you feel like you want to comment on several people's posts, I'm letting you do it. You have free reign here. Let's make this a real discussion. Okay, is peer review necessary? Back to the rest of the assignments. We have another lighthearted journal assignment. You can tell that we're getting towards the end of the semester, and I really want you focusing more on really writing and revising and not focusing so much on getting it deep into discussion board topics or journaling. This week, I'm simply asking you to post 1 to 3 images or GIFs or memes that show how you feel about your rough draft of the research essay. So in order to do that, let's go into student view. Oh, this might not let me see it. Yeah, start assignment. So in order to do that, you're just going to upload files. Make sure that these are readable files. So JPEGs and PNGs are usually the most easily viewed files. If you want to copy things into a document and have your 3 images or GIFs or memes, you can do that. If you want to upload a link, you can do that as well. I should make sure that you are able to do that as well. So it's a good thing that I looked into this, because I actually created this assignment at the very beginning of the semester. So this will give me a chance to fix things for you. Actually, I'm just going to do that here while we're in the video. Let you share a URL, a media recording, text entry, file upload. So yeah, it's pretty much unlimited how you can actually complete the assignment, but I want to see the visuals of that express how you feel about your rough draft. In other words, I want you to make me smile. I'm sure you can express your frustration or your joy or whatever emotion you might have regarding your rough draft. Please share it with us. Share it with me. This is a personal thing. Share it with me, so I can see your visual representations of how you feel about your rough drafts. Okay. And then back to the final assignment, which is the peer review itself. Now, I have actually recorded an explanatory video or an instructional video that explains the assignment, how to do it. Just know that I've kind of switched gears based on how things went with the last peer review. So hopefully having it within the discussion board will make it easier for you to share your documents and to access your peers' documents, because I know that was a bit confusing for several of you in the class. It was probably about 50% of the people had a little bit of trouble getting to the peer review itself, the peers document. So hopefully having it within the discussion board will make it a little bit easier. Once you submit your rough draft to the discussion board, once you upload the document in the discussion board, you will then be assigned a peers discussion post document to review. And so follow the instructions that I provide both in the video as well as in print here. The video kind of explains and gives you the visuals of what I have typed out in the instructions, so that might be helpful to a good number of you. But as always, it's peer review. Just try your best. It doesn't have to be perfect. The fact that you've done it, that you've made an attempt, that you have provided some feedback really shows a lot. And it's, I know it can be an uncomfortable thing and you might think that it's unnecessary, but I obviously have different feelings about peer review than the students do. So do your best and don't panic. If you have any questions regarding this peer review assignment, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask questions and clarifications. I honestly do not mind it. I know that sometimes if I receive an email during a time where I'm dealing with other things, my response might seem a little bit hasty or might seem like it brushes you off, and that's unintentional. I really do not mind getting questions from students. I like to respond as quickly as I can, but sometimes I should wait to respond so that I can give you the attention that you deserve, right? So those are the things for this week. Hopefully it's not too much. As I said before, you can tell that we're getting towards the end of the semester, where some of the assignments that you've been doing week in and week out are getting a little bit more lighthearted, not as formal. They're just things to help you process the information that we've been dealing with and discuss what's on your mind as far as some of the things that you've been learning about. So again, I will get rid of this peer reviews tutorial video. You do not have to watch it because we are not doing the peer review the same way that we did last time. We're taking a completely different doing it in a completely different way. But please make sure that you watch that embedded video that is on the assignment page, so you understand how to do things, okay? Good luck, everybody. I look forward to reading through your peer responses. I'm really excited about this. You guys have been working really hard this semester. I know it's difficult. We're doing 15 weeks of work, actually almost 16 weeks of work in 13 weeks. So you're kind of shortchanged a few weeks, which is usually the case in these summer terms. You don't get as much time as you normally would during the fall or the spring semester when you're taking a completely full semester course. So it means that I've had to cram in a lot of things in some weeks. And I apologize for that, but it's information that you need in order to progress through the various steps of the writing process. So hang in there, keep working strong, and keep in communication with me, especially those of you who have had some life things going on and are struggling to get things in on time. Again, this is week 11. We end in week 13. We don't have an additional week after that to get things. So you really only have like 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks left. So please make sure if you're behind on any of your assignments to get those in the next couple of weeks so that you can get all the credit for the work that you've done this semester. Take care, everybody, and have an excellent week. Bye-bye.